Now, if you constantly jacking up the car, like me, this is very useful. Welcome to my little home shop, I guess you can call it. Today I want to discuss something that a lot of us have an issue with, and that is jacking up the car. And every time you jack up, like with a lot of Japanese cars, they don't have a really dedicated jack up point. A lot of it is just the pinch weld, where the unibody parts, the layers come together and they're pinch welded, and that's where the manufacturer recommends for you to jack up the car. The problem with that is that, you know, it's just spot welded. It's not like, you know, it's not one solid piece. So when you constantly have to jack up the car from the sides, you end up essentially damaging or splitting those little, you know, layers of metal. And this is where I came up with a rather simple solution, and that is this. As you can see, so basically what this is, it goes right into where all the layers of metal meet, and it clamps up via a Torx screw. And this is thick enough metal that you could essentially jack up the car or put it on axle stands from this little piece. Let me show you how it looks on the car. So as you can see, the part has already been attached. It's a really simple process, and this process would apply for most cars. A lot of Japanese and US. The German cars usually have a rubber or some specific place dedicated to jack up the car. But on these cars, all you have to do, and this is just for reference, this is a WRX, 2014 WRX. So all you have to do is just remove a couple of clips, just so you have a little room to push the rocker cover to the side. You need very little room, just so to slide this over. This is how it goes over. There's not much room, but under the car, but it's very simple, and it's actually more structural because you have the support on the outer. It's touching the outer, the center, as well as the inner portion of the underbody. So you could easily put it on axle stands and not worry about these the middle metal splitting like it has here. And so you know, if you constantly jacking up the car, like me, this is very useful. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna try to do this one-handed. I'm gonna take both of the clips off. That's fairly easy. And then this one. Okay, both of the clips are out. Now that we remove the clips, we're ready to install this protection. It should be fairly simple. You want to center it the best you can. Now, just so to ensure a snug fit, I like to hit it with a mallet. Don't use a hammer. So now it's snugly on. All we need to do is go from the back and tighten up this back screw. And by the way, these are powder coated. This is not paint. So
They should be fairly durable, but you know, if they get scratched up, it's no big deal. At least you're not messing up your frame rail like you see here. This is kind of to stop this from getting worse, essentially. So now that the both sides are done, this is how it looks from the other side. I don't know if you can see that, but now we can jack up the car and put it on axle stands safely. Just after we reinstall these two little clips, might as well do that. Now everything's installed and it's ready to be jacked up, solid as it gets. Now obviously you can always jack it up from other points, but with especially lower cars, this is useful because this is, you know, the jack usually doesn't go as far as this, you know, frame rail or anything deeper than the rocker. So that's why these things are fairly useful.
So if you enjoyed this video, all we ask in return is for you to just press on that like button and consider subscribing. We're going to make more videos working with metal and custom fabrication. So, and you know, just stay tuned.